Week 2 begins with the 76 Raiders and the 68 Chiefs. Second quarter, Dave Casper would get the first touchdown of the game. Then later, a huge pick by safety George Atkinson. He'd take it 79 yards all the way to the end zone. Then Errol Mann tacks on a late field goal. 17-7 will be your final. Kansas City, only 2 for 7 on third downs. The 09 Texans and 99 Titans. Texans get on the scoreboard first. Steve Slayton in the end zone, 7-0. Then Texans score another touchdown, 14-0, as Andre Johnson scores that TD. Frank Wycheck will get his third touchdown of the year here, but it'd be far too late in the fourth quarter to change the outcome. Texans win 14-7 over the Titans. 2008 Arizona Cardinals and the 98 Jags. First quarter, nail Rackers with a short field goal, 3-0 in the first. Then in the second, the Cardinals would score on a Larry Fitzgerald catch in the end zone. 13-10 would be the final as Arizona wins. In Jacksonville, 98 Vikings and the 91 Lions. First quarter would be a game of field goals as Anderson kicks the 51-yarder. And then you have Murray with the 35-yarder late in the second. Then Randall Cunningham finds Chris Carter for the only touchdown of the game. Then the Lions' Eddie Murray would miss any last chance of a comeback. That's the way the Lions lose, 10-3. 99 Rams and the 91 Redskins. First quarter, huge play by Gary Clark. Takes a pass and runs 76 yards in the end zone. And the Rams would have a big play themselves, 7-7 in the first. Then a field goal tacked on by the Skins, and the Rams have one final shot at the 7-yard line to kick a game-tying field goal to kick. Epic fail. Wilkins misses the chip shot field goal. Redskins win 10-7. The epic Madden matchup of the week as the 07 Patriots and the 09 Jets take off in New York. Early field goal by Military. It'd be 3-0 in the second. Then later in that second quarter, the pass, Brady to Welker, 10-0 New England before the Jets could respond. But Mark Sanchez, big play to Jericho Cotchery. Patriots lead is cut to only 3 until they respond late in the third quarter. An 18-yard touchdown from Brady to Aiken would get them up 19-7. Clowney wants to act like the Patriots slot receivers, catching the huge 55-yard touchdown. Now they are only down by 6. But then after a Patriots 3 and out, the Sanchez gets the ball back and on 4th and 1 hits Thomas Jones all the way down to the 30. And later will hit David Clowney for his second touchdown of the day. Now they lead 20-19, but Brady drives his team down with just over a minute to play. He brings them all the way to the 35-yard line with 5 seconds to play. The game-winning attempt is good, and they win 22-20 in an epic game. The Patriots go to 2-0. Offensive showdown between the Eagles and Saints. Surprisingly enough, this game will be all Eagles as he gets the touchdown first, 7-0. Then in the second, another long bomb from Donovan McNabb. Pigston with a 69-yard touchdown. Akers with his first of what would be 3 field goals on the day. Reese hit Shockey for a late touchdown. Did not change the outcome, but get them on the board. Saints lose by the final, 23-7. 05 Seahawks, 89 49ers. Second quarter, 58-yard field goal falls just short. Kofor with the attempt, still 0-0. Then Hasselbeck finds Schmidt to go up 7-0 later in the second. Right before halftime, Jerry Rice will catch his second pass of the year to get the 49ers on the board, 7-7 at halftime. Then in the third, it's Montana to Greer with a huge 64-yard connection. But then after the long Seahawks drive, they'll fumble the ball, give it right back to the Niners. The Hawks will never see it again, and that's how the Niners win 7-14. After a dominant performance against Cincinnati, the Broncos would have continued success against Cleveland. John Elway finds Rod Smith for his first of 3 touchdowns. There's number 2 to go up 14-0. Crockett with the pick 6 would give them a 21-0 lead. And later, Smith with his third touchdown pass, 31-0 the final. The Browns could find nothing all day. Strange game now in Buffalo, second quarter. Jim Kelly would find Metzlars, his tight end, in the end zone, 7-0 at half. In the fourth quarter, Brad Johnson, with a weird play, he's going to make a comeback here, but no, he steps out of the end zone. That's the way the Bucs end this game. The score is 9-0, the final. Epic game in an epic stadium as the Bengals and Packers face off. First quarter, Esiason will make a key pick. It'd be 0-0, and they'd take that all the way to the end zone. The Packers score first, 7-0. Then strange play at the start of the second quarter. Mullen with the pick, Collinsworth with the strip, and Brooks with the recovery. All in a wacky play where they'd end up taking the lead on a Brooks run, 14-10 to start the fourth. After a Packers 3 and out, the Bengals would have one chance to have the game totally in their favor. Brooks with the run would end up just short. They'd have to punt. Then Brett Favre would hit Don Beebe. He would score with just 1:23 to play in the game. They take the lead 7-14. But the Bengals would be in position to at least tie the game at 38 seconds to go. But Esiason would throw an ugly interception, and then Evans on the return, he would take it all the way. The Bengals had the game in their grasp, but let it slip away, 24-14. The 76 Steelers and the 85 Bears, considered the greatest team of all time. They give up a quick field goal in the second, but would fight back with a McMahon to Emery Moorhead connection, 7-3 at half. In the third quarter, a huge pick by Leslie Frazier takes it all the way back to the other 10-yard line. That set up a key touchdown to go up 17-7 for Chicago. The Steelers would score a touchdown late, and the final would be 17-10, Chicago. It was an offensive showdown between the 08 Giants and the 92 Cowboys. The only problem is, one offense showed up. It was the Giants' early touchdown there, Burris, and then Beckham would get in the end zone. And later, a Johnson touchdown would make it 21-0. Giants win. Only 40 yards for Smith. To the sharpest franchises face off in Miami as the 09 Colts and the 72 Dolphins. First quarter, it'd be a die who would fumble the ball, but the Colts would get it right back before Donald Brown would fumble the ball, and Miami would finally recover. And Peyton Manning would get the ball back after a 3 and out and throw a costly pick six to Tim Foley. Then the turnover fest would continue. Dallas Clark fails to get the first down. The Dolphins could not take advantage of the good field position as Calvin Hayden picks off Greasy. Before the Colts could finally get into the end zone, Joseph Adai on the 3-yard run ties the game at 7 apiece. But later, Mercury Morris with a key touchdown that would win the game for the Dolphins. They win by the final 14-7. Here are the Week 2 scores, including wins by the Eagles, Niners, Bills, and Broncos. Now we also leave you to the updated standings now, as the Patriots, Raiders, and the Bears are all alone up there in their divisions. Now it's time for the Madden top 3 plays of the week. Number 3, you have Mark Rypien to Gary Clark with a huge touchdown reception and make it 7-0 early in the first quarter. The Redskins would end up winning that game by the final 10-7, partially to a missed field goal by the Rams. With this touchdown celebration is kind of an awkward way to celebrate a touchdown. But number 2 play now, it'd be McMahon to his big tight end, Emery Moorhead, and the big fella getting in from 48 yards out. Bears end up winning that game by a convincing score of 17-10. Now the number 1 play of Week 2's action is Stephen Gostkowski with a huge 41-yard field goal to win the game for the Patriots. They'd win by the final 22-20 over the Jets.